The story opens with Wangxi Ling, an award-winning painter. During an interview, memories from her past return. She grew up in an orphanage, bullied, abandoned, and with no memory of her life before a coma at age 8. Even her name was given to her by the orphanage. Now heavily pregnant and broke, Ling struggles to find a place to live. No landlord will rent to a tenant with a baby. Desperate, Ling turns to Professor Pan, her former lecturer. He secures her a temporary home, the abandoned residence of Yanchi Yang, a famous Singaporean painter who recently passed away. The house was meant to be converted into a clubhouse for the Art Society, but funds ran dry and it was left to decay. Before leaving, Professor Pan tells Ling that the journalist who interviewed her has been digging into her past. At the orphanage, they uncover a startling fact. Before Ling arrived, she had been in a coma after an accident at the age of 8. She never regained her memory. As Ling approaches the house, an old woman suddenly passes by the gate. The woman's eyes widen in horror. She screams, "Dirty," and runs away. Ling stands frozen, bewildered. Inside, the house hangs in silence, thick with the weight of forgotten years. Standing on a corner, she sees a painting of a mother cradling her child. The image unsettles her. Ling calls Ben, the father of her unborn child, a chef working at a restaurant in Brazil. Over the phone, Ben suggests she hire a confinement nanny once the baby is born. Suddenly, a loud crash echoes from another room. Ling follows the sound and finds herself in a room filled with old furniture and a baby crib. That night, sleep pulls Ling into a nightmare. In the darkness of the room, she sees a young girl viciously slashing a doll with a knife. When Ling stumbles, the noise alerts the girl, who disappears. Behind her stands the young girl. Ling screams and jolts awake. Her water suddenly breaks. Ling gives birth to a healthy baby girl, Min Min. Alone, with no family to lean on, she struggles to care for her newborn. A sudden knock echoes at the door. Standing there is a confinement nanny named Otsing. She explains her late arrival, saying heavy rain and floods had slowed her journey from Malaysia. Otsing prepares her meals and reminds her of the rules of confinement. For 1 month, no leaving the house, no visitors, no heavy work, and no bathing. One morning, Ling hears a dog barking outside and steps out to investigate. She knocks on a neighbor's door, but the old lady inside rudely chases her away. Outside, Ling encounters the woman's son, Wei Ji Yi. She tells him about the dog that keeps barking every night. Wei Ji Yi looks at her in confusion and replies that his mother doesn't have a dog. Strange things follow. A chair falls on its own. Ling's painting bears fresh fingerprints. Food offerings appear under her blankets, only to vanish when she tries to show Otsing. In her closet, she finds a black jewelry box. Inside lies a folded photograph of a beautiful woman with a baby. As she closes the lid, a shadowy reflection flickers in the mirror, yet when she turns around, no one is there. The old woman passes Ling's gate again. Terrified at the sight of her, the woman runs to her house and locks the door. Moments later, Ling sees a figure at her window. Rushing to Min Min's room, she finds shattered glass by the baby's bed. A painting has fallen from the wall. By sheer luck, the baby is unharmed. Suspicion creeps in. Ling begins to distrust Otsing. Wei Ji Yi visits Ling, bringing her food. Curious, he asks how she managed to live in the house. Ling explains it's only a temporary loan from the Art Society. Then, without warning, Wei Ji Yi begins acting strangely. His arms swaying as though he's playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. Ling watches in confusion. Ling later overhears Otsing speaking in hushed tones. She talks about someone mentally unstable who needs treatment. But when Ling confronts Otsing, she denies everything. The phone hangs nearby, freshly cut off. Suspicion boiling over, Ling calls Ben and accuses him of flirting and conspiring with Otsing. Ben protests, swearing he knows nothing. Paranoia grips Ling. She warns him to stay away from her and their child. That night, Min Min's crib mobile starts playing on its own. When Ling shuts it off, the baby disappears. She searches frantically. Then from the shadows, Otsing suddenly appears, cradling Min Min. The next day, Ling searches for Otsing. In the kitchen, she finds blood smeared across the floor and animal entrails piled on the counter. Stepping outside, she sees Otsing chopping meat. a severed pork leg resting beside her. The sight makes Ling gag and retch. Suddenly, Min Min's cries echo from the room. Ling rushes in and freezes in horror. A black dog stands by the crib, barking furiously. At that moment, Otsing storms in and the dog bolts away. Ling visits the National Library Board, digging through old newspapers in search of answers about the house. The search leads her to Professor Pan, where she shows him a clipping. The article describes a grim discovery on Magnolia Road, 2 corpses, a mother and her infant. When Professor Pan hesitates, Ling threatens to destroy her $800,000 painting unless he tells her the truth. Finally, he reveals it. 20 years ago, Yan Shiyang's wife murdered her baby, then took her own life in that very house. To cover the scandal, Yan called in journalist friends to underplay the story. The revelation jolts Ling. She remembers Min Min and rushes home. When Ling reaches her house, she hastily begins packing to leave with Min Min. That night, strange events unfold. The sudden appearance of the ghostly girl, the eerie doll, and Min Min's disappearance and reappearance. Ling feels her sanity slipping, as though she is on the verge of losing her mind. The next day, Ling spots the black dog outside her house. When she steps out to check, she notices ambulances parked at her neighbor's home. The old woman has died of cardiac arrest. Ling tells Wei Ji she just saw the dog. He shakes his head and insists there's no dog in the area. Ling describes it black, with a collar bearing the name Xiaohei. Wei Ji stares at her, confused, before revealing that Xiaohei died 20 years ago. Stunned, Ling runs off in disbelief. Ling grows weaker and more withdrawn with each passing day, her appetite fading along with her spirit. One day, Professor Pan calls, instructing her to arrange the photos he sent in reverse order on a 5x5 grid, beginning with her most recent painting. Ling follows his instructions carefully, but just as she nears completion, the ghost strikes again, shattering her focus. The ghostly girl grows more aggressive, appearing at unexpected moments. Objects topple on their own, and Min Min vanishes and reappears in different places. The relentless supernatural activity begins to erode Ling's health and sanity. In a desperate bid to escape, she hides in a dark storage room. As she examines the clutter, flashes of memory surge through her mind. Weak and disoriented, she wanders the room until her eyes fall on the doll from her nightmares, and a mask, the same one from the assembled photos. Suddenly, Ling is thrust back into the past, as if transported through time. The incident from 20 years ago unfolds before Ling's eyes. Mrs. Yan frantically hides in the storage room, carrying her baby. Someone is trying to enter. The baby cries, so Mrs. Yan covers its mouth, accidentally killing it. Devastated, she goes to the kitchen, grabs a knife, and kills herself. A young girl named Ah Mei, holding a mask, freezes in shock as she looks at the dead woman. She feels guilty, blaming herself for Mrs. Yan's death. It appears Ah Mei is playing a prank on her. A little later, Otsing enters the house and is horrified by what she sees. It turns out Ah Mei is her daughter. Otsing tells her that with Mrs. Yan gone, they can now live in the house and have a better life. A little later, the authorities arrive and take the dead bodies. Ling frantically runs outside the house, desperate to escape. She passes the real confinement nanny but ignores her, barely noticing. Barefoot, she keeps running until another flashback hits. This time too when Otsing first arrives at Mr. and Mrs. Yan's residence. Without the couple's knowledge, Otsing brings her daughter Ah Mei and hides her in the storage room until nightfall, when everyone is asleep. During the day, while the couple is away, she lets Ah Mei eat in the kitchen. The girl quickly befriends the young Wei Ji and his dog, Xiaohei. During Mrs. Yan's 1-month confinement, Otsing pressures Ah Mei into frightening Mrs. Yan, pushing her toward mental instability and making her believe the house is haunted. Meanwhile, Otsing seduces Mr. Yan and manipulates him. She convinces him that his wife is losing her mind. In another flashback, Ah Mei stands alone on the street when a car slams into her. Behind the wheel is Wei Ji's mother. Terrified by what she has done, the woman abandons the unconscious girl and drives away, leaving her to fate. The truth crashes down on Ling. She is Otsing's daughter. She is Ah Mei. The weight of her shattered past and the horrors she has relived consume her. Her body remains awake, her eyes open, but her mind retreats into silence. Ling slips into catatonia, trapped in a living prison where she no longer responds to the world around her. In the hospital, an aged Otsing asks the doctor if painful memories can be erased. The doctor suggests hypnotherapy. Later, Otsing visits her daughter, cradling Min Min. She confesses she has just been released after 25 years in prison. She plans to return to Ipoh. She tells Ling to forget her and to forget the past. Before leaving, she wishes her daughter happiness. Eventually, Ling recovers. She purchases the Yan residence. But her past is gone, buried deep in forgotten memory.